It was sure to blow up, and blow up it did. Floyd Mayweather easy win over John Gotti 3 ending with a clear exhibition victory was not the main talking point of that night.
Take a shot at Floyd. Take a shot at Floyd. Constantly be disrespectful. Constantly be disrespectful. When all I ever been was respectful.
The real action happened backstage when Tank, angry after months of heated back and forth with Mayweather, went after his old mentor right after the fight. The bad blood between the two has been building ever since Mayweather took shots at Davis, and it looks like this new event pushed things over the edge.
Fight each other. I'm putting that on the table. Gervonta versus Floyd. We can cut all the smack out.
The second fight between Floyd Mayweather and John Gotti 3 was not just another exhibition match. After their first meeting, which ended in a crazy fight, the rematch drew a lot of attention. Many of us thought there would be more drama inside the ring, but this time Mayweather displayed his usual control and ran the fight from beginning to end in what was likely the dullest fight of his career. Gotti, even with his full effort, could not solve Mayweather boxing skill, and as always he barely threw any punches. Floyd moved around his opponent, landing quick hits and combinations while easily avoiding Gotti swings. By the end of the 8 rounds, Mayweather had clearly won the fight in everyone's view, even though the match, being an exhibition, did not officially name a winner. The two fighters even hugged after the bout. Mayweather, always the entertainer, smiled and talked to the crowd, saying, "We had to give the people a show. I want to thank Gotti for being a man of his word." Gotti, still respectful even after losing, admitted the man still has it. There was no anger in the ring this time, but what the crowd did not know was that the true action was happening. Backstage, while the media and fans were discussing Mayweather performance, things were getting intense behind the scenes. It seems that when Mayweather made his way backstage, Gervonta Davis, who had come to the fight, was waiting. The bad blood between Mayweather and Davis had been growing for months. Once close as a teacher and student, their bond had fallen apart, with both trading insults on social media and in interviews. Mayweather had even attacked Davis, openly saying he lacked discipline and that his success came from Mayweather guidance. Davis, never one to back down, shot back many times. He was not scared to call out Mayweather ego and his endless need to be the main focus. The conflict hit a new level after Mayweather jabs at Tank fight pics and his ability to deal with fame. People close to the situation say Gervonta felt insulted, especially after Mayweather attacks, and he was set on facing him eye to eye.
It's good to beef with him than be cool with him, because he can do some crazy stuff.
The clash got worse fast when Mayweather reportedly said something strange as he walked past Davis. In a flash, Davis jumped at Mayweather, throwing punches. Security had to pull them apart, but not before Davis landed some solid hits. People who saw it said Mayweather did not back away, but he looked caught off guard by the sudden attack. It was not just a quick push or shouting match. This was a full-on physical fight. The drama did not end there. Before the Gotti rematch, we had already seen tension between Mayweather and Davis. Davis had spoken openly about his views on Mayweather exhibition fights, calling them nothing but for show and knocking Mayweather for no longer facing real challengers. Mayweather in return questioned Davis' loyalty and behavior, painting him as a young fighter who could not deal with the weight of fame without Mayweather help. As the two kept trading insults, it felt like something was bound to happen, but nobody thought it would get this out of hand. With both men's pride at stake, the backstage fight turned into the final straw. At this point, the bad blood between Tank and Floyd has definitely hit its highest level, and we can all agree there is no going back now. But while all this was going on, Mayweather has found a new student in the young star Curmel Moton, a talent who could outshine Davis in the coming years.
Man is back. Here he go. He making his pro debut today. I need everybody to check him out. Wish him luck.
For Tank, this is no longer just about boxing. It is personal. Mayweather is not simply training another champion. He is carefully shaping Moton into the fighter that Tank could never fully turn into in his view. This growing hatred between the two is close to exploding, and a matchup between Mayweather and Tank is no longer just a fantasy. It is. It was bound to happen. Since their early days working together, Davis had often been called Mayweather protege. Their bond was something many thought copied Floyd's own training under his father. But things turned bad as Tank became a star on his own. The relationship became less about building up and more about control. Tank did not want to live in anyone's shadow, especially not Mayweather. Floyd never liked being told no and was not going to accept that easily. Then along came Moton, a young and hungry fighter that Mayweather could shape from the ground up. It is clear now that Mayweather's connection with Moton is more than just a business decision. It is a power move aimed.
How does that feel to be put on such a high level and really soon?
Back when he was just a kid in Las Vegas, Mayweather saw something different in him. It was not only his talent that got Mayweather attention. It was the drive. Drive, Mayweather often said when asked what pulled him to Moton. He wanted to be great.
Always established the jab, but I'm proud of him tonight. Like I said, we got a crazy team.
The word drive leaves Floyd's mouth with a knowing smile, as if he is remembering the same trait he once had as a young fighter rising up. He sees in Moton the chance to be the next Floyd Mayweather, a label that Tank Davis has not earned in Floyd's view. Moton is not just the next big star. He is Mayweather's personal mission, a boxer Floyd sees as the final payback against Tank. Tank, for his part, has never kept quiet about his anger with Mayweather. The guidance that once felt full of promise turned into a bitter fight, and the problems started to show when Tank began to push back against Floyd's control over his career. It was not just about Tank wanting to be his own person. It was about getting free from a setup that he felt held back who he really was. The public could see the strain, and both men's social media posts became more and more heated. Floyd, never one to step away from a fight, saw Tank's refusal to obey as a direct insult. In many ways, Mayweather views Moton as the answer to that disobedience, a new fighter to train, one who will follow his lead.
I know it's a Floyd fight, so it's definitely gonna be packed. It's gonna be great.
Moton's dedication to boxing is something Floyd deeply respects. Unlike Tank, who Floyd thinks let fame go to his head, Moton has stayed sharp, focused, and fully aware of what it takes to be the best. Moton himself has said it is not that hard. You have to give yourself fully. It is a way of life, not just a game. This is exactly what Mayweather admires, a fighter who knows the self-control needed to reach the top. And in a clear jab at Tank, Floyd has openly praised Moton's work ethic and attitude, comparing him nicely to the lack of discipline he sees in.
Everything in Mexico, so that should be a great experience. And I'm excited to put on it.
The history between Floyd and Tank goes deeper than just business. There was a time when Tank looked up to Mayweather, when he saw him not only as a promoter but as a teacher and even a father figure. Mayweather brought Tank under his care, showing him to the world and pushing him as the next big star. But like all stories of guidance, things eventually took a darker.
Going at me. He was going at me. And I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Tank, with his clear knockout strength and bold character, wanted to make his own way. Mayweather, however, was not about to let Tank forget who had raised his name. The tension grew as Floyd's business plans became more about running Tank's career than allowing him to develop on his own.
We own. Yeah. We own. I want everybody to follow him on all his social media platforms.
Mayweather, this is not only about building a new star. It is about payback. He knows that Tank has found success, but he also knows that Tank hates the way he was treated under Mayweather Promotions. Floyd's choice to put all his energy on Moton is a message to Tank. You can be replaced. Moton is young, hungry, and in Floyd's eyes more focused than Tank ever was. And Tank knows it. He knows that Moton is being shaped to not just be a star but to outshine him, to make the world forget that he was ever Mayweather protege. This is not just about a new fighter. It is about showing Tank that he was never truly needed. Floyd is a smart planner both inside and outside the ring. Every move he makes is on purpose, and his work with Moton is no different. Floyd has openly said he sees Moton as having the ability to be a teenage world champion, comparing him to fighters like Wilfred Benitez. He has even pushed for a match between Moton and Lee, which showing that he thinks Moton is ready for the top level very soon. This is not just talk. Floyd truly believes that Moton can do more than Tank has done, and he is making sure everyone hears about it. The sparring sessions between Moton and Tank, which happened when Moton was only 15 or 16 years old, have turned into something well known. Moton remembers getting a late-night call to train with Tank, and he was ready. "It was fun, and I was ready for him," Moton said almost casually, as if he was fully prepared to face a fighter of Tank level. That training session, even from years ago, has taken on new meaning now that Tank and Moton paths look set to cross again, this time in a more official setting. Tank cannot help but see Moton as a direct danger. It is not just that Floyd has found a new student. It is that Floyd has found a stand in someone who can do what Tank never could: stay loyal. Tank's success in many ways has become his own problem in Mayweather's eyes. The more Tank tried to claim his freedom, the more Floyd pulled away, eventually moving his full focus to Moton. The quiet talk in boxing circles is getting louder. Mayweather is setting the stage for Moton to be his next big name, and Tank time at the top is fading fast. The friction between Tank and Mayweather has always come down to control. Mayweather's skill at commanding attention as both a promoter and a fighter made him a powerful force in Tank's career. But as Tank fame grew, so did his wish for freedom. Floyd, never someone to give up control, easily saw this as a stab in the back. Their public fights, especially on social media, were not only about boxing. They were about respect, power, and staying true. And in Floyd's world, being loyal means everything. The certain clash between Tank and Mayweather is not just about fighting. It is about settling old debts, about Tank showing he can stand by himself and that he no longer needs Mayweather direction. But it is also about Floyd proving to the world that he still has the ability to raise the next group of champions, and that Tank was only a step towards something bigger. With Curmel Moton in his corner, Mayweather is ready to say that message loud and clear.
To be put on such a high level and really soon.
Tank, the clock is running down. He knows that Floyd is placing Moton in position to take his spot, and the only way to stop that is to meet Mayweather directly. The hatred between them has hit a point where there is no turning back, and a fight between Mayweather and Tank feels like the only way to end their issues once and for all. Moton rise is sure to happen, but for Tank it is not too late to remind the world who he is and what he can do. But with Floyd in Moton corner, this battle is as much about what is coming as it is about what has already passed. Floyd has his sights on Moton, and Tank knows it.
Knew about all that though. Once Gervonta fucked Floyd Mayweather's daughter, and that's not even a secret. That's not something I'm exposed.
The fight between Mayweather and Tank is sure to take place. It is only a question of when. With Curmel Moton waiting in the background, the stakes have never been bigger. Floyd is not just fighting to guard his past name. He is fighting to build a new one with Moton. And for Tank, this is the biggest challenge, a chance to show that he is more than just a former student, more than just another boxer living under Mayweather's shadow. This fight is personal. And when it happens, the world will be.
Boom! Boom!
Alright everyone, stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.